It wasn't like an ideal situation, being a few injuries in the week at 10, so I had to step up at 10, which is not my normal position, and the weather was a lot colder than we expected. But for me, it'd been a long 8 months, and I had a shoulder and knee operation and a few other little things regarding COVID, things like that, which it had really been a long dark 8 months really. So it was just nice to get back out there with the boys, and to get through the game as well, which was really nice. And as I said, it was just buzzing to be back. To be honest, it was a nice time to get back.
Was it more relief just to get through the game? I know it was your first game at 10 as a professional rugby player. How was it all?
I guess, as selfish as it sounds, it is a little bit of a relief. When you've had some big injuries, it's always a little sign of a little bit of relief. But I'm quite competitive as a player, and for me, I just, I was buzzing to get through the game, but I was also a bit frustrated. A few little errors, a bit of rustiness in there from myself. But yeah, as you said, it was nice to get through the game and be ready to go again for another week, and hopefully be in contention this week as well.
Yeah, and what a big week it is. This Bath team you're in, they're obviously struggling, but you did beat Worcester. Do you feel you're trying to turn that corner and progress?
Yeah, definitely. We've had a really tough season, with everything. It kind of seems like when it rains, it pours here at the moment. But the morale's still good. We're still fighting. We still want to. We're still wanting the right reasons to play, and which is good. And the results haven't gone our way, but we've played some good rugby at times. And obviously going Leinster this week, they're a massive team, and a very highly rated team. So it'll be tough. It'll be, I don't think anyone playing Leinster finds it easy. So it'll be tough. But for me, I've not played in front of any fans at the Rec, maybe 2,000 against Scarlets a year ago. But that's, for me, I've been here 2 years now and I've not played with fans. So it'll be, personally, I'm just, hopefully if selected, I'll be excited to get out there.
That's crazy. 2 years you've been at Bath and you haven't played in front of fans. And what a time to do it against the 4-time champions. You're going to have to be at your best, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it definitely. The things like this is, coming back from injury, the physios always say to you, "Are you sure you're ready to go?" So it's 2 big games, La Rochelle, Leinster, my first 2 games back after 8 months. But for me as a player, and there's no better way to go out there than play the best people. If you want to be the best, you've got to play the best. So yeah, I'm really excited to hopefully be in contention and play. And if selected, it should be a great day out there, and hopefully the weather holds up and the pitch holds up, and we can get some good rugby played.
And I know you're only back fit, but how much are you enjoying working with Orlando Bailey and Danny Cipriani? Great competition there.
Yeah, definitely. Sips has had a bit of unluckiness with like head knocks and things like that. So yeah, it's mainly been Landy since I've been back fit. But he's really excelling this year. He's come out of his shell massively, and even Max Ajomo stepped up a few times at 10, and they're the young lads learning off Danny, and it's great to see. And I've always looked up to Danny as a player, and he was at Sale when my dad coached there, so he used to get me my boots back in the day, and it's nice to now be in the same changing room as, and hopefully one day I can step on the field with him.
Did he used to give his boots right enough?
Yeah, he used to. When I was about 13, 14 and Dad was coaching, Dad used to ask him if he could sort me some boots every year or whatever it was. And he mentioned to me one time, I had some boots delivered to Farley, and he just looked at me and winked, and I was just like, yep, whenever you need them, Daddy. But he's still big dog, so he doesn't need boots from me.
That's a great story. And Orlando obviously got called up into the England squad for the first time. That's brilliant for him, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's a talented player, and he's a good lad as well, which makes it even better. I got on really well with him, and for him, seeing him to this year really kind of grow up and mature as a player and really come out of his shell, it's just nice to see. It's really enjoyable. And for me, I've been lucky enough. I guess one of the positives of being injured is you get to watch a lot and you get to see a lot of different views. And seeing him excel, play the way he wants to play, and really, show people his talent. It's nice to see, and it's nice for him to get a little reward out of it. So, yeah, really happy for him. Hopefully, he learns off. I know Marcus Smith well, and he's a great guy to learn off. So, even Faz going there and learning off those two, it's great for us as a club, and it's also great for himself.
And if we bring it back to Saturday in Leinster, you go up against Johnny Sexton, even Gary Ringrose in the middle of the park. What do you make it going up against these world-class players? Do you really thrive on it, Cameron?
I don't really think too much in it, to be honest. I think if I worry about them and what they're going to do too much, then I'll end up just overthinking it. And I'm a player who just likes to play in the moment, and I don't really get nervous about games. Luckily, when I did used to get nervous as a youngster, I kind of ended up overthinking, making errors, and getting on top of myself. So nowadays, I've just come to the if I enjoy my rugby and I and go out there and give it my all, then hopefully I can hope for the best, and I can learn from mistakes. I'm still only 22. Like, I'm not going to be perfect. I know that. So I've got a lot to learn and a lot still to see. So even if I go and play well against these big names, they're still big names. They've still achieved a lot in the game, and you've got to give them respect. That if you don't, they're going to tear you apart. So it'll be nice to play against the big names, and hopefully it just puts me in a good position. And hopefully, if I play well, I can keep progressing.
And an outside chance. I know it is an outside chance, but if you do win and get a bonus point win, you could make the last 16. You just never know in this competition.
I know it'd be nice to it's always a chance, and we're still going to try and do that. So for us it is massive, and it's a massive game playing Leinster no matter the situation. We're not going to just give it throw our hats in. So massive game, and hopefully we can do what we want to and come out with a win.
And just on yourself, yesterday was a big day for you, called into the Scotland squad. You've played once in that Calcutta Cup win. What a debut that was. You must have great memories from that day and want to go out there this year in a Scotland jersey and put in big performances just like that.
Definitely. I've, as I said, the year for me has been really unlucky through injuries. It's been a hard year. It's probably my hardest of my career so far, but it's also probably been the best year of my career so far in the weirdest way possible. Going back to that day, it went so quickly, and in the moment you don't really appreciate it, And I guess one of the positives of getting injured straight away was you have a period of time where you can reflect on what you've done. And I went straight home after that Six Nations period being injured, and went to go see my parents. And for me, seeing how excited they got, how drunk my dad got the night of it, he drank a bottle of whiskey that he got on his 50th cap, which was quite cool. And for me, seeing their responses and how it affects them, that's the main bit for me. And it made me feel like, oh God, I want to do this again. And hopefully next time I do it, it'll be, with crowds and my parents and my family and my, grandparents, and everyone can come and watch.
Well, how much faith do you have in, Gregor Townsend, the faith in you to pick you after such a long injury out? It really shows how highly he rates you.
It's really, really nice to, to be looked at like that. I wasn't, I was kind of a bit worried that I wasn't going to make it in time. I wasn't going to play enough games, and luckily, they have had the faith in me to hope that I get through. Well, to think that I get through these games and come through it in a good aspect. So it's really nice. It makes me feel confident, and as I said, if I enjoy myself, I play my best rugby, and if I've got confidence, if coaches have got confidence in me, that always makes me feel even better going into it.
And finally, you say you're only 22. Is the aim just to get back fit and playing, or do you look long term for trophies and Scotland caps and so on, or how do you look at the game going forward?
I think I've got to just look at it at the minute with getting back fit. I've had a lot of injuries, especially 2021. I know I spent 304 days in 2021 injured, which I guess I did at the time. I didn't even notice. I didn't think it was that many, but looking at that, it just made me think, get back playing, enjoying my rugby. And when I enjoy it, I love it here. I love it at Bath, and I loved it up in Scotland when I was there for that 2-week period. So I guess I want to win trophies. I couldn't tell you a rugby player who doesn't. So I want to win stuff. I want to win stuff with Bath. I want to win stuff with Scotland. And as I said before, I'm very competitive in everything. And hopefully that can come out in good stride. But I need to play rugby before I can do any of that.
Cameron, enjoy Saturday and all the best. And thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much.